Today we're going to be talking about Ma Duncan. This takes place in 1959. Ma Duncan was basically obsessed with her son. She wanted him always to live with her, and she basically never wanted him to leave. And there was also signs of some inappropriate stuff going on between them two. Well, he ended up falling in love with a girl named Olga. They ended up getting married, and he was going to move out and live with her. Well, Ma Duncan ended up taking a whole bunch of sleeping pills. She survived this, and he ended up telling Olga that he thought it was better if he stayed with her. So even though they were married, they didn't live together. Well, Ma didn't even want them to be married. So she come up with an ideal that she was going to get this guy to pose as Frank. She was going to pose as Olga. And she was going to get their marriage annulled. Well, she did that. But Frank and Olga never knew it. They never found out about it. Well, then she was going around asking people. She was going to hire people to kill Olga. They would go and tell Frank. He would ask his mom. She'd basically lie and say she wasn't, and he believed her. That was that. Well, finally she hired these two men to kill Olga. They rented a car, and they knocked on her door. She come out, and they got her to come to the car because they told her that Frank was in the back seat drunk. So she went to the car, and that's when one of the guys hit her so hard with the gun that the gun broke. So they went to bury her, but they didn't even bring a shovel. So they ended up having to use their hands. Well, she wasn't dead. They were taking turns. One would take turns digging while the other would choke her. This went on for a couple of hours. Well, they went to jail for something else. That is where they confessed to a priest. And after this, and she was pregnant. So after this, they found her, and the sad thing is she basically was buried alive because they found there was dirt in her lungs. So her and her baby didn't have the best last moments. Well, they took him to trial, and this was in 1959, so this was a huge trial. And Frank represented his mom. He's still, stuck by her side. They all were found guilty. They all got death. So, finally, when it was her time to die, and she was put in the death chamber, her last words was, "Where's Frank? And I'm innocent." A couple of hours later, the two men went together. They went laughing, which I'm against the death penalty. I just don't understand fighting killing with killing. But that is the story of Ma Duncan. Until next time, guys, stay safe. Be careful of everybody. And God bless.